All right, guys, we're here at East Lincoln Speedway, Stanley, North Carolina, the baddest bull ring in the Carolinas. We've got lightning late model competitor Cody Dellinger with another episode of The Other Side of the Tracks, brought to you by Cutting Edge Customs, Blue Ridge Outlaw Late Model Series, and Crash's Custom Graphics. Cody, first of all, thanks for giving us your time here. I know you got some people adjusting on the car, getting ready for the race today. First of all, go over your sponsors and let everybody know what kind of chassis you're running and what's under the hood.
All right, so we got Gary's Golf Carts. He's out of Lincoln, North Carolina. He's been with me for 3 years. Got long hair. She's at a iron station. First year with her, T&T Constructions, like a handyman remodeling business. He's out of Lincoln. First year with him. Bill hooked me up on a visor for my helmet, and also hooked me up on the helmet. So shout out to Bill.
Good deal.
Roll Surveys, this is my uncle. He's been doing it he's been doing it for almost 30 years. His dad done it the generation above him. Real good guy, does real good work. Honest, he's around the Lincoln area as well. And then the Racing Warehouse, shout out to them. They come on board this year, have helped me out a lot.
And
he's a really good guy, and he speaks a lot and reaches out to his customers a lot too.
Yeah, and the Racing Warehouse, you know, if people don't know what they are, they can find them online. They do a lot of eBay auctions. They got some really cool pieces up there for the man cave.
Yep, and he's got a Facebook page too where he does a live auction. I think about 3 times a week he does a live auction on some cool stuff. So,
yeah, man.
I got Taylor there. He's one of my high school buddies. He got into heating and air. He's an old veteran. Come out and done heating and air. He's doing pretty good for himself. And lastly, Martin Builders Grading and Septic. It's the first year on board with them. And, they're out of Vail, North Carolina. They do really good work for us. Under the hood, my engine builder is up there talking on the phone right now, but K&M Engines on Iron Station. Been with him 2 years, running a Masterbuilt, 2018 Masterbuilt, square tube chassis. Bought it from Mark Green out of Kings Mountain. He always runs 604 late models.
Okay, and for some of the people that don't know, you know, we got 604 late models and 602s. Explain to everybody what a lightning late model is.
The best way I put it to people is it's a good package. You got a really hard tire, and you've got an older oil-based shock. So there's only 2 part numbers of shocks you can run on each side, 2 part numbers on a 5th coil, unlimited springs, 1 shock per wheel. And then, like I said, the tires are hard. You can run either 88 or a Pro 2 on the top 3, and then the right rear has to be a Pro 2 straight pattern.
So pretty much, this is the closest we're going to get to this day and time to old school late model racing. You really got to get up on the wheel and drive.
That's correct. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a lot of in-hand driving, more or less, than tires and shocks.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yes, sir.
And so we went over the car. Let's go over here. You know, I love the old school cool hauler, man. Got the bus pulling it down the road, late model on the open trailer.
Yeah.
And just tell everybody what we got going on here. You know, I see we got the wrench laying here, and the air compressor. And
so I bought this thing out of Louisiana from a guy that run asphalt street stock, and he had it posted. My cousin does slingshot, and I hit him up one day. I was like, hey, they got a nice open trailer down there for a late model, because at the time we didn't have a late model trailer. When we bought the car, we had to get it delivered. And my cousin went down to Louisiana and got it for me. And we fit the car up. It fit up perfect. Had to add these. He had cut them off. We went to our fabrication guy. He added them on, and then put the wings on it. I think the wings are more or less look good. But I like to be able to see the car, and for the kids and the fans to see the car when you're going down the road, you know.
Yeah, man. And throwing it back to when I was a kid, I used to get so excited, you know, seeing a race car go down the highway on an open trailer.
Yep. We try to wash the car with it on the trailer, so man, that makes a big difference. You wash the car, pull it in the race in the shop, and it's clean the next day.
There you go, man. Hey,
we got it fixed up a little bit in here. It's a little messy right now, but we got everything. We got water, spare starter, toolbox full of extra tools, some fuel. You know, it's usually a lot neater than this, man. This Sunday day race kind of hit us out surprise, but we usually try to keep one of everything if we can.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, talking about the Sunday day race, you know, little out of the ordinary here,
yep.
But it was a washout this weekend for a lot of people, and some of the Saturday tracks moved to Friday, and some others moved to Sunday. So how do you feel about the Sunday day race?
I like it. You know, I started out running street stock at Gaffney. It's my first year. It's my 3rd year racing, but my first year I run street stock at Gaffney. And my first race, believe it or not, was a day race. It's about like this. and it was all I could do to keep the car from spinning out. I think I got lapped maybe 2 times, and it kind of taught me the adversity in racing. So when I come out here today, I just think in my head it's the same for everybody. It's not like a wet track where you got 2 groups. This is more or less a 1 group, 1 racetrack. You got to race the guy in front of you, but like I said, it's the same throughout the field. You just got to take what you can get.
All right, man. Well, take us up here and show us in the bus, man. This is how we're getting down the road. What kind of bus we got going on here?
We got a 1987 Ford Econoline. It's got the 351 Windsor in a small block, but you wouldn't know it by the way it pulls the car, man. It pulls awesome. Bought it. It was actually used at Kings Mountain High School. You see right there is an activity bus.
Oh, look at that.
So we bought it from a fellow that was going to turn it into a tiny home. It didn't have no seats, didn't have no blinds, no curtain, no coat hanger, nothing. So we bought the seats separate, put seats in it. The toolbox you saw mounted in the trailer, we actually had in a spot right there, but it kind of got loud and started rattling. So this off season we mounted the toolbox inside.
Okay, because we actually didn't put any seats back here.
That's correct. Yep.
So got some storage room.
Yeah, we got chairs. Usually got a couple drinks. Sometimes we'll bring a cooler. It's got good AC, man. Like I said, the only thing it ain't got is a radio. Sometimes I like to hear some tunes.
Oh yeah.
You gotta play Bluetooth.
Digging the checkered curtains, man.
Yeah.
Digging that.
That's a throwback to my dad. When he raced, he run an Antioch was his last year, but he had a bus that was actually a bus like this, but it was a full bus, and it had the hauler connected. And this was his deal, man. He liked it, and I was like, you know what, just do what you want with the bus and make it kind of homey for you. So
there you go, you go. Well, Cody, real quick, have a seat right there, and I'll have a seat right here. And we'll sit down and have a little bench racing session real quick. Cody Dellinger. So Cody, how long, you said you've been racing 3 years. How did you actually get into racing? I know your dad raced, so you grew up around it, obviously.
That's right. So Dad raced when I was little and always took interest as a little kid. But, I never go-kart raced, never did that. I always played baseball. And come out of high school, I played 1 year of junior college baseball. Was always competitive and everything. And decided to give that up and start my career. And when I started racing dirt track about 3 years ago, I bought me a dirt bike. I was out there getting competitive fast on it, and I wrecked and broke my collarbone. You can see it bulging pretty bad, and that put me out of work for, I think, almost 2.5 months. And I was like, you know what, I got a full-time job and a career now. I got other things I need to take care of besides being hurt. So I sold my dirt bike and decided I wanted to race. Fired Dad's old Thunder and Lightning car up just to let me learn. Run it for a year at Gaffney. Actually finished second in points. Finished third was my best finish my first year. We wanted to do something a little different. Gaffney's the baddest of the bad around, and at the time this Lightning deal was kind of kicking off, not kicking off, but more people were getting into it. We heard East Carolina, Lancaster, was running, so we bought this car rolling, got our engine builder to build us a motor, and run last year. Not sure where we finished in points. We had a little adversity last year, but won a bunch of heats, finished second one race, but never got to the checkered flag. Hoping this year maybe we can get to the checkered flag first, and give my sponsors what they deserve, man. They helped me out a lot, and without them this year, I bought a house, so without them it wouldn't be possible.
Definitely, man. You can't do it without the sponsors backing you and helping you out. And also, we went over these sponsors earlier on your car, and I always try to tell everybody, get out and support these local businesses that support the racetracks and support the business and support the racers. Because really, without them, none of this is possible for anybody.
No, and without my dad and the couple guys that helped me, Joe Gilbert, Tracy Shawver, my dad, they work countless hours in the shop to make sure this car's right. And like I said, I'm working at a house right now, so between my job and the house and this race car, they've really pushed me through this year, starting this year and towards the end. So.
And so being around racing, and of course, besides your dad or family members, who were some of the guys you looked up to?
Always a big Scott Bloomquist fan. I really like watching Tony Stewart, how he could just go from one thing to another, and that's kind of like Kyle Larson, man. That dude's awesome. He can drive anything. You put him behind a toothpick with wheels on it, he can drive it. So,
very versatile.
Oh yeah, very versatile. So guys like that. So
and so, give us a moment here for the Pro 4s to make it through turns 1 and 2. So traveling around the Carolinas and doing some racing, what's your favorite racetrack you've raced at?
Man, I love this little track. It's just hard to pass on. I'd have to say if I could run this car at Gaffney.
I'm sorry?
If I Gaffney.
Gaffney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like Cherokee, man. I'd like to one day maybe go down there and run a limited race with them guys. We got some good shocks, might throw in there some Integras and just see what we can do. Go have a little fun.
Definitely. We got one in the middle track right there. Looks like they're going to back them down, put them under yellow, so we might get a little. We can hear a little better again. What said you'd like to run at Gaffney, maybe do a limited deal. So my next question was going to be, what was your future plans in racing? So I guess you pretty much got your sights set on maybe going limited late model racing.
Yeah, if something ever happens in this class where we can't run, I don't mind running once a week. But when we get rained out, we're out for a month, and it's hard to let a car like that sit on jack stand. So just depending on how this class evolves, I'm hoping maybe some more tracks are taken under their belt. I know Carolina's having a hard time getting cars, and we love Carolina too. I've raced there twice. I'd really like to get back to Carolina, but sometimes it's hard for us as a team to all get there. But maybe if some more tracks will adapt the rules, I'd like to keep running Lightning Late Model. It's a really fun class, and like you said, it keeps the wheel in your hand.
All right, Cody, and last thing, here running with the Lightning Late Model division today at East Lincoln Speedway. You've already run your heat race. So where'd you finish? I think third in your heat race.
Fifth, ended up coming up to third. So we'll start third row outside in the main.
So who's your pick to win today here at East Lincoln Speedway in the Lightning Late Models?
That 44 car is going to be hard to beat. He's really good on a track like this. My personal opinion, I think we got one of the best group of guys that run Lightning Late Model. We got 5 or 6, 7 at any given moment that can win a race. I think we had 5 different winners last year. That's a full season. So. It just all comes down. It's a talented group of guys, and I really like racing with them. So, as far as that, though, 44 is out front. He's going to be hard to beat.
But you're going to get around him and take it to victory lane.
That's right. I'd love to.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cody, we appreciate your time, man. No and this has been Cody Dellinger on another episode of Across the Other Side of the Tracks, brought to you by Emily's Pet Salon, Buffalo Bar and Grill, and B&B Supply. Thank you, Cody.
No problem.